Welcome to another episode of the Why Not Today podcast. I'm your host, Leslie Kane, and for over 30 years, I have helped build businesses through relationships, referrals, networking, and consistent action. I have also helped other people build businesses, and now my focus is helping service-based entrepreneurs find more opportunities, attract more clients, and grow their business with confidence. And if you're ready for practical strategies, encouragement, and accountability to help you move forward, you're in the right place. And let's jump in to today's episode. I can talk. So today, what I want to talk about is not more sales, not more customers, not your marketing, not your social media, but let's talk about taking time off is one of the most productive things you can do this summer. You got to keep your cup filled, people. Like that is just, I know that I know that I know. And I've taught for years. I taught a class and about filling your cup. And I asked that question on social media one day, what do you fill your cup with? And people are like, coffee and tea and half full or half. And I'm like, no. Like, how do you keep yourself filled? And so I used to do a training and have a pitcher of water. And I talk about you start the week, Monday morning, your pitcher of water is full. And then technology has an issue and there's traffic and the kids and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, by the end of the week, your cup is empty, your pitcher is empty. And so we really need to learn how to fill up our cup. As entrepreneurs, one of the best things about being your own or having your own business, you don't have a boss. And one of the worst things is you don't have a boss. I know I say that often. And really, I'm speaking to the choir, and because I need to focus on this. So imagine if you worked every week, the week you worked before you went on vacation. I know for me that I am so incredibly focused when I'm getting ready to go out of town. Everything is scheduled, everything gets done. Even the little things that I've been putting off forever that really don't have anything to do with me going out of town, but you want to check the list and get it done. So I am going away 4th of July weekend. And first of all, I'm recording this episode early, which I usually don't do. I usually wait to the last minute. But because I'm leaving town and I got a lot going on, I'm recording this early. I have a list. I'm leaving on July 1st and this will come out on July 2nd. But I have started last week on Monday, the 22nd, starting to think about, okay, what do I have to get done? How can I work strategically in the next week? Because I know not only is it the end of the month before I leave, and I still have a Mary Kay business and it's the end of the Mary Kay year. So there's a lot of things that I want to put in place to start the new year, to end the following year. And so I am super focused. And I have a list of all the things I need to do, including empty the trash and water the plants. And I had to get new dog food and all the things that need to get done, but work stuff. Like I need to think strategically that all my social media is planned out and posted before I leave so I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to just take all the distractions. Social media time is going to be very intentional. I'm not going to waste time because I don't have time to waste. It's going to be a short week, Monday and Tuesday, getting before I leave. I got lots to do. So what if we could work in that level of focus all the time? And so taking time off and rewarding us instead of working all the time is so important. And I've heard before that, we reward ourselves for working hard to take time off, but we should also flip it and taking time off to do, and then reward yourself with your work. Does that make sense? So, when our cup is filled, when we have time to think and step away from our business, and it's going to be much more powerful, and spending that time to just fill our cup. So I want to talk about that. So one, which I just mentioned, vacation creates focus. You start wrapping things up, you're getting things done, you're checking things off the box, you're not procrastinating, you're avoiding those distractions, you're focused on what truly matters. And so there's something called Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So I always shared this for years. If you have all weekend to clean your house, how long does it take you to clean your house? Probably all weekend, because we can get going down the rabbit holes. But what if your mother-in-law is coming to visit and you have 20 minutes? You get it done. and that's the same thing getting ready to take time off. So when your time is limited, we've become very intentional. So think about what would happen if you approach next week with the same focus you have before vacation. How would that thing change things? But then a smart thing to do is not just prepare to leave, but prepare to return. One of the mistakes we make is we get so wrapped up with getting away, taking time off, that we don't think about the return. And overflowing inbox, empty calendar, you haven't scheduled anything, no appointments, no momentum. Whenever in the Mary Kay world, we had a convention, we still do have a seminar every year. And I would teach all my team members to make sure their calendar is full when they get back, because you come home energized, motivated, excited. And if you have nothing on the books, then you're behind. So before you leave to go out of town, make sure you're preparing for when you get back, that you know what you need to do. You have appointments on your book. It's not coming back to a ghost town because you got so wrapped up in planning for vacation. And then just think about if everyone else is taking time off, as entrepreneurs, we should take it off too. So this is the July 4th holiday. The actual holiday, the government holiday, is July 3rd. How many of my friends that are entrepreneurs are going to work through the 3rd and not take the time off? When you work for somebody else, you took time off. And I know I was guilty of trying to work through holiday weekends, and especially Memorial Day was one that got me a lot, and Labor Day. And I'm like, I'm just going to work. And it's, I got big goals, but nobody else is working. Nobody's answering the phone. Nobody's checking their email. Not nobody, but most people aren't. And so you get the time off. We need to take it. That's okay. Their time off is, yes, there are holidays, memorialize things, but also holidays just to fill our cup and, just take time off, So, and then what I know that the magic happens when you disconnect. When I get in the car to go away, it's like, I can breathe. My brain starts to think. I listen to podcasts. I stop and meet with people. Like next week when I'm going out of town, I meet with a college roommate for lunch. I'm filling the space that just is going to fill my cup. I do something, I've done this for years, and it's not even that I actually do it and very intentional. It's just something I've done for so long. I've always been intentional of like, okay, when I'm traveling, because I'm going to be rewarded for taking time off, I like to see that because I have a business that's consumable products and people still order. Hopefully people have businesses that work when you're not working, that while I'm gone, that sales just come in and it pays for my vacation. And it's funny, like I can remember so many trips. You stop to go to the bathroom or get a coffee or something and looked at my phone. I'm like, oh, look at all these orders that just popped in out of nowhere. But it was because I was intentional. So it's a good time to make some phone calls, people you care about, but just maybe listen to music, just disconnect and have some fun. And then stop waiting to live. This is the emotional heart of this episode. Many of us grew up with a version of work hard now, you can sacrifice, enjoy your life later. I know so many people that work jobs that hate it, and they're waiting till the day they retire. And I've heard so many stories of people waiting to live their life till they retire, waiting to live their life till their kids grow up, waiting to live their life, waiting, instead of living your life now. And I've heard before, sacrifice the beach vacation now to buy the beach house later. But that may not happen. You don't know what twists and turns might happen. And that is so true. And in the last few years, if we learned anything, that life can have twists and turns. You just never know. And so, life is happening now. Don't skip the performance. Don't skip the fun thing. The other night, I was going to go with my mom and sister to see some music, and it was Friday night and I was tired and I could easily have just become one with the couch. But I thought, you know what? I'm never going to remember sitting on the couch, but I will remember the memories and doing some fun things. So don't postpone the beach trip. When somebody asks you to do something fun, go do it. I know it's more comfortable and I know we could be tired and I know it's easier to sit at home, but get out there and live our life. there's a book that somebody recommended the other day, A Year of Yeses, like saying yes to the invitation, saying yes to the fun things, because you just never know. Our future isn't guaranteed. So live your life now. That is one of the missions of Why Not Today, to live your life, be brave, and pursue our dreams. So live your life. And then the toes in the sand lesson. And if you know anything about me, I'm a beach girl. And years ago in my Mary Kay career, I decided, because I can work too much and I love to work and I don't have kids, I'm not married. So it's easy just to keep rolling and not really stop. And so I decided several years ago that I was going to be intentional. Every single month, I was going to take time off and do something. So ideally a weekend, but if not that, a day. And I was so intentional with it. And believe it or not, that year I had the best year I ever had in my Mary Kay business. And then because I'm so smart, I decided if I could do so well with taking time off, that if I flipped the switch again, or flipped the script and worked harder, I could do more. And guess what? It didn't work. And so again, in 2019, I started my Toes in the Sand tour. And every month I am intentional about going to a beach, a lake, water, even if it's a day trip. So June was a little busy and I was supposed to go away and that fell through. So I just went on a friend's boat for a day, but checked out, got off my phone and just filled my cup. And so it will make a difference. You need to restore your soul. And so my filling your cup is a strategy. It should be part of your strategic plan. Like you should plan your year out before you plan your sales and all those things. Plan your time off. People often treat self-care as a luxury, but it's actually maintenance. It's so important. Even if it's taking a little bit of time. Yesterday, for the first time in a long time, I actually just sat out on my balcony and read a book. Are you taking time for exercise, spending time with friends, listening to podcasts? It's time to think. It's not spending time on your phone, but being present with people. And so include that. Filling your cup as a strategy. Daily, what are you doing to fill your cup? And then maybe weekly, you're planning some time, and monthly, and then annually. Like schedule those things you want to do. Do you have a bucket list? I actually have a notebook somebody gave me. It's a bucket list, and it's been sitting on my coffee table. And just today, I looked at it and I thought, you know what? I need to put this on top of the stack of books that I remember that I need to plan some fun things. I actually have in my bathroom a whiteboard that has my bucket list of places I want to go this year, and they're starting to happen. And then remember, rest makes you better. Research from organizations like American Psychological Association and studies on recovery from work stress consistently show that periods of detachment from work can improve energy, reduce burnout, and support better performance when people return to work. In other words, rest isn't what happens instead of productivity. Rest supports productivity. And I know when I come back from a trip, I am more energized, excited. I have lots of ideas. I am ready to roll. So as you head into this holiday weekend, let's celebrate. If you're listening to this in real time, let's celebrate the United States 250th anniversary or birthday, and take some time off, take some time to reflect, take some fun time with you, and think about what would filling your cup look like for you. Maybe it's a road trip like me. Maybe it's time on the water. Maybe it's lunch with an old friend. Maybe it's just sitting on your back deck with a cup of coffee and no agenda. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to do it. Build your business, pursue the goals, dream big, but don't wait until someday to start living, because the entire reason we're building businesses in the first place is to create a life we actually enjoy. So this week, take the trip, take the walk, take the day off, take the time to fill your cup. Then come back and serve, create, and make a difference. And I promise you'll have more energy. So if this episode resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. Send me a message and let me know what fun things you're doing for the summer, and let me know how I can support you in building a business that creates both consistent opportunities and a life worth enjoying and living. If you want to know more about Why Not Today, reach out to me. I'm here. I would love to support you. I offer complimentary coaching sessions, monthly workshops, and then the Why Not Today Inner Circle program. So thanks again for listening to the Why Not Today podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please share this with a friend, post it on social media, or leave a review. It helps us reach more entrepreneurs who are ready to grow their business and take action on what matters most. And to learn more about Why Not Today, we've got a Facebook group. It's Why Not, it's Consistent Clients in Facebook, or check out my website, whynotTodayMovement.com. And remember, you don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to take the next best step and ask yourself, why not today? Let me know what fun thing you do. All right. Bye.